How to repair curb rash on your aluminum wheels with no power tools. I am Stephen Wimberley, and this is Working with Wimberley. I have some curb rash on my aluminum wheel. It has a machined finish. I'm going to see if I can get this out with various sandpapers, starting with the most rough all the way to the finest. After that, I'm going to see if I can polish it out. I'm going to do it all by hand with no power tools. Just the sandpaper, water, some microfiber cloths, and the aluminum polish. I'm starting off with 220 grit sandpaper, and this is probably one of the most nerve-wracking parts of the job, because when you're doing this, you're going to see some deep scratches in the wheel, and you're actually going to make it look worse before it begins to look better. After the 220 grit, I move on to 500 grit sandpaper. I'm going to repeat the process, sand it smooth, clean it off, and then just repeat the process a couple times with the 500 grit. Now after that, I jump up to the 1200 and spray a little water on, and I'm going to wet sand with the 1200 grit sandpaper. Again, I'm just going to repeat the process. Wet it, sand it, wipe it down, and then wet it, sand it, and wipe it down again until I'm satisfied with it. And finally, the last part is to get the aluminum polish with the microfiber cloth and buff it out. Again, repeating the process. Buff it, clean it, buff it, clean it, until you're happy with the result. Alright, so here is the after, and man, it looks a lot better. If you get really close, you can still see some of the deep gouges. I didn't want to get too deep into the aluminum. I felt that that was good enough, and man, this looks great. And I'm pretty sure once I put this back on the truck, you won't even be able to tell. So this is something you can definitely do at home with just a couple of items and no power tools. So this is the wheel back on the truck, and you really can't tell. And I actually did a few more places where there was road rash, and once it's on, I mean, you really can't see it anymore. So I'm actually surprised at how well this worked. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the other small spots on some of the other wheels, polish it up, and I should be good to go. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. God bless you all.